Hi guys. Pretty good haul today. 6 duck eggs, 14 chicken eggs. Can't tilt it too much as it start popping out everywhere. Not too bad of a haul. I love the colors. Love the colors. It is absolutely safe to eat duck eggs. No different than chicken eggs. Good question. Very good question. Yep, duck eggs. Gonna eat them, Richard. Gonna eat them. I don't. They're young. I don't really know if they've been breeding much. So we're gonna eat the duck eggs, just like the chicken eggs. Good questions. Good questions. All my turkeys are toms, so they won't lay any eggs. But you could eat turkey eggs, ostrich eggs. They're all the same. Eggs and eggs and eggs. Yeah, no problem at all. Duck eggs are delicious. They are very good. Hi guys. Hello. 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 Appreciate it. We try to have it as organized as possible. Want to make this fun. We don't want to make this a pain in the butt. So we try to do everything that we can. Thank you, Abdul. Harold Johnson, Godfrey. Okay. Boomer now. Hello, hello, hello.
More to the middle.
Hi, Walter Harris. Hi, Comp Gradia. Elaine. Hello, hello, hello. They're working on eating their quackers and milk right now. They're having quackers and and peas. Oh, you bum. Oh, you spilled all the water. Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to feeding time. Don't have any plans to do any names. I'm on my own terms. This is my second job. I appreciate the reminder, though, the gentle nudge. Some days I have time, some days I don't. Love the name, though. Excellent suggestion. Hello, butterfly. Oh, thank you. Happy Halloween to you as well. Happy of October. Easy. glad you enjoyed them, Butterfly. I appreciate it. We put a lot of hard work into it. Hopefully you enjoy watching them as much as I do. I love sharing them with everybody. Wonderful. East Coast, New England, Rhode Island. Wonderful. I bet it's starting to get real pretty there with fall coming around the corner. All those beautiful trees y'all got. Absolutely. Absolutely. I bet it's probably much cooler there too. It was almost 90 degrees here today in Illinois. Chicago's a little north of us. Much cooler there right now, I think. Hi, Mona. Welcome. I appreciate it. Thank you very much. We work very hard here. We've got geese, ducks, turkeys, and chickens. And my Great Dane walking around in the background, Boomer. I'm glad you enjoy them. I love sharing them. Hey, everybody. Hey, Julia. Welcome, welcome. Tonight's a pea kind of night. We're feeding them sweet peas. Pretty soon I gotta get all the watermelon out of my garden, so they're gonna feast on the watermelon. Oh, my day was all right. Could have used a couple more hours of daylight, but other than that, not bad. How was your day today? Oh my goodness, thankfully. I think we hit 89 today and we were like 10 degrees above average. And like, it can go. Arizona can keep this hot weather. I'm ready for some fall. I'm ready for some deer action. Farmer finally got all the crops out. But I'm glad you guys got some relief. No triple digits. Absolutely. Oh, that's gross. Well, you guys are a couple hours behind us in the Midwest, so hopefully it calms down a little bit. Hey, everybody that's in here, welcome, welcome. Yes, they are. I'm sure they're happy. It's getting cooler at night and the mornings, and I'm sure when we get our high humidity here in the southern Midwest, they don't care for it too much with their little bodies. I'm sure they had a good day. They've been hitting my food plot. They've been eating all the radish tops. I've been watching them on my different cameras I have. My routine doesn't change. If this will actually be the ducks' first winter, so I'll be interested to see how that goes. It'll also be the turkeys' first winter. I'll see what they do. I've got a bunch. I got 6 chickens. It'll be their first winter. But as far as the geese and the rest of the chickens, if there's snow on the ground, I've got some prima donna chickens. They do not like to come out if there's snow. Rain, if it's sprinkling, they'll come out. But if my pond freezes over, I've got some 50-gallon water troughs because I'm not going to go busting up ice. I just don't want any of the animals to think they're safe on there, and I definitely know I'm not. So I'll end up probably filling up these troughs with water. But we really don't get freezing temperatures to really December and January, sometimes in February. Sometimes last year I had the geese in their troughs, and they would just jump in. It would be like an ice bath for them, like the athletes jump in. They'd jump in the ice bath as soon as I'd crack it, because we'd be in like sub 32s, and it would freeze over a little bit, maybe a quarter of an inch, and I'd go bust their tubs for them. No problems there. It would thaw during the day. No, a lot of them don't mind the cool weather. I just don't think they care for the snow. It could be cold out, no problem. They'll move around. What I'll end up doing to prepare for wintertime here in a little bit is I'll put it like a big 40-foot tarp right here. I'll put a little 10-foot tarp here, 6-foot tarp, and then I'll put a 40-foot tarp and run it. That's the north side of the coop, so I'll block as much of the northerly winds as I can, just to give them a nice location. I tried to buy as many cold hardy birds as I could. So lately, for people who are getting into bird keeping, I definitely try to buy as many birds that are kind of dual purpose and that are built for like winter, but also built for humidity. The last, I don't know, I'd say about 4 weeks, I had feathers everywhere. They were going through their molt. During their molt, I had feathers everywhere. You would have thought I was plucking all the animals and just throwing feathers everywhere. But most of them are finishing up, putting on their winter feathers, so they're starting to get prepared pretty well. I also feed my animals a high protein food. It's 22% protein. It's designed for flocks that pretty much free range. So if they feel they need more nutrients, they'll go hit the feed. If they don't want it, then they don't eat it. They'll go foraging. They are incredibly self-sufficient. They're very in tune. And they're so good at hiding their injuries too. So you as the observer gotta be very careful. Like one night, my dog spooked the geese, and one of the geese, the one right in front of us, that goose decided they knew how to fly. 99% of the time, 99.9% of the time, my geese don't really fly, they kind of hover. Well, this goose took off. It cleared my tree line. It was supposed to be like -15 out. I drove around everywhere. There was snow. We had an ice storm, like just the worst conditions. I'm like, this goose is cooked, literally. Boomer. And I was driving around in my side-by-side with the goose in a dog cage, trying to let the other goose honk for it to call it back. Eventually, I kind of just took a break, did it again in the morning, and then the next thing I know, I let the goose out. This goose right here with the angel wings, just kind of let it out and walk around. It kept calling for it, and then eventually I went out there a couple hours later, and the goose found its way back. Just, I don't know, I guess I got lucky, or it heard the commotion from all the other animals, and just it made the night through the sub-freezing temperatures. So it was like -10 out. It must have hunkered down somewhere, or maybe it got stuck in a tree and I couldn't see it, but it came back. I figured it flew enough to clear all these trees. Well, this is about the last of the piece, guys. There you go. That's it. Adios. You guys will be going to bed here soon, now that the sun's setting another 10 minutes earlier. But we'll see. We got a lot of the... Oh my goodness, yes. It's so dark right now. It's... Local time is 7 o'clock right now. Local time 7 o'clock. What is it? What are we? Central time. 7 o'clock Central time right now. I think we have lost since summertime like 2 hours. 2 hours of daylight. Sun was starting to set around 9 for a little bit. At peak. While we do lose sunlight, we will hit daylight savings time. We will fall back, but even then that doesn't really help. I don't know. I don't really care for daylight savings time. It is what it is. The animals don't care that it's daylight savings time. They wake up when the sun's up and go to bed when the sun goes down. Down to the party animals, the geese and the ducks, and my lone alpha turkey that always goes to bed last. You people look like you're ready for bed. You're just sitting here staring at me. This is what I'm looking at. Oh, will it turn? No, I got it locked. Ah, this stinking thing. This is what I'm looking at. They're just staring at me. I'm out of treats, guys. Everyone's just sitting here looking at me. Like, this is what, they side eye me. They just look at me. It's kind of cute, but like, here we are. They're just sitting on my feet. I have nothing for them. But I do appreciate them being creatures of habit because we can get them up here. My biggest problem with them, if you're a new duck owner, for me, my biggest problem, because we have a pond, was getting them out of the pond. So my solution was treats every night. And here we are. It has worked out several months later. Oh my goodness, no. I remember first we had them swimming around in our little pool when they were ducklings. It was whatever. I didn't open the pool yet. I got them used to swimming. They'd go swim. They'd pop out. And then I introduced them to the pond. Yeah, they never wanted to get out. I mean, I was out here one night. It was 10:30 at night. They wouldn't get off the pond. Oh, I was so furious. So furious they wouldn't get out. Then eventually one of them got out and then just followed the leader at that point. I was like, I got to do something different. So I started doing this and it works now. Because now they'll come up here, get their snacks. They'll march off to their little house. I'll put the geese to bed. And then we'll do it all over again. doing, Lucy? You running them off? Oh, here comes Desi. Zoom. God, he's so defensive now. We went from them hating the ducks to now he's like their shepherd. You gonna go follow Lucy? There you go. Ta-ta. Oh man. I don't know. I think peacocks would be cool, but I don't think they could do what the ducks and geese do. I think they would be too free ranging. But peacocks are expensive. I'd be pretty upset if a peacock got eaten by a coyote or a fox. I think just for babies they're $300-400. Some of them are even more expensive. I think the ducks are pretty cool. If I lost a couple ducks through them passing, I wouldn't mind getting some different breed ducks. These are some of the biggest ducks you can buy. I fell in love with those French Toulouse, if that's how you say it, French Toulouse geese. I originally had 2 boys and 8 girls slated. I was in one of the first hatches. I think it was from McMurray. I think it was McMurray Hatchery, I think. And then the neighbor came down with the 2 big geese. Yeah, right? I definitely do not want guineas. Yeah, the French Toulouse ones, they're very pretty. I was obsessed with them. The one company got in, I think they ordered some from France, so they called them their F1 line. So I was willing to pay a couple bucks for their version of first generation ones. But then the neighbor said, I want these geese gone. Come get them, Mike. I said, okay. So then I canceled my order, and they've been good to me. So I hope they have a happy life. I think they are. I think I could go for some more geese or some different varieties of ducks. I don't think there's really too much else that's out there. I think these Chinese geese have been pretty good. They're pretty big. But I think I'm at, like right now, I've kind of scratched that itch for turkeys and ducks and geese. So I've kind of hit them all. I don't think I want anything bigger. Like if I was going to go, I can't imagine a better place for fowl. They have so much space and the treats. Yeah, I do the best I can. I truly do. I knew when I bought them, I was committed to them. And I want to do the best I could. And we're pretty blessed with the property we bought years ago. Where are those 2 knuckleheads? They must have found a bug. And we're pretty blessed that our property allows for the animals. There was a pond here. So it made the transition really easy. I think a Highland cow would be really cool. But then what do I do with a Highland cow? I don't know. It's just like a big dog. I know I don't want geese. I mean, not geese. I don't want goats. I don't want goats. I don't want sheep. That's a little bit more maintenance with the teeth and the hooves and the shearing. I think any of the animals that Tractor Supply and Rural King Supply and some of these hatcheries, the big hatcheries like Cackle and Hoover, and I know I'm missing a couple. I think I'm okay with what I got. I think we're at a pretty good spot. I do think every year I do add a couple more chickens because, chickens are so fickle. Sometimes they just die for no reason. And, I think one time over the summer a couple years ago, I think I lost like 8 or 9 chickens. I think they just got too hot and they just been some bad genetics that year. My buddy owns a donkey and he loves it. The donkey comes up, he greets him, he walks around. It's a heck of a protection animal. You just really got to fence him in though. But his whole property is built on, if you're mean, you're gone. So his whole genetics is about very friendly animals. They do a lot with the FFA, or 4-H, excuse me, in the FFA. They do a lot with the junior rodeos where a lot of the kids will rope the goats that they have. But they focus really big on imprinting with the goats and spending time with them. They love when people come over to handle them so that they're all people friendly. So it was a good experience. But so far, I think I like what I got. I don't think I'm going to get too much bigger. The older I get, the more I want to try traveling to different places. And the animals tie you down. So I'm trying to find ways to be more efficient. Where if we did leave, that someone could take care of them very easily. But a donkey is a great choice. What are we doing? Right? That is probably the most difficult thing about living in a rural area like this, is finding people that are willing to take care of these animals because of the fact that they need to be let out, put back in. So I'm trying to come up with ways that are efficient if someone else were to take care of them, like different pens where I could let them out and they could still have access to water and still have all those things. It would only be temporary if I was gone for a week or two. I'm trying to come up with better ways to efficiently feed all of them. I'm big into the solar panel doors, you know, to let them out, especially on the weekends if I sleep in from working all week and I'm tired. I try to make sure there's solar doors everywhere to let everybody out. The only ones I haven't really found a solar door for is probably the geese. But I need to find a door big enough. But the geese will fit through my chicken coop doors. So part of me is like, hey, I'm only worried about the animals getting out. I can always put them back in. So I'm pretty big in the fact that maybe I just need a little bit bigger chicken coop door, and then I can attach one to the goose house and call it a day. Uh-oh. Looks like it's curtain call time. They have managed to put their way all the way to the house. Desi, I need you out, my guy. Come on, Desi. You are not sleeping with the ducks. Come on, my guy. Desi, I need you out. And you brought a duck with you. Are you guys laughing at me? It's not funny. Oh my gosh, yes, they were most certainly telling me it's bedtime. Now I gotta try and catch the geese and put them to bed. They're the ones that are the real rascals. Come on, let's go to bed. Come on. Come on. Right? I definitely think I could condition the geese or all the animals in general. That would be something easy to do. Come on, let's go to bed. No, I gotta go get the other guy. He's swinging around on me. All we do is laps. I'd love to stop doing circles here. Oh. Go to bed. All we do is laps. Like the Indy 500 over here. All right. Everybody's in bed. That's what I like to see. All this gibberish out there. Okay, okay. Put the door down. I don't know if I like that. There's a little bit of a gap there. I have to go get the screwdriver. Doves have my bird feeders right now. Not as cool, but have a few. Oh man, we got bird feeders too. I definitely love all the birds. We got 2 bird feeders. We just fill them with sunflower seeds. We've got a lot of cardinals in our area. The doves definitely hit those up. One of the only things I don't like is in this one. I really like it. I do. It's solar powered, so I don't have to worry about a power outage at all or anything. But the little tiny tracks. I wish it was a different. The tracks were maybe different, but it's very efficient. I like it. Okay, let's see how we shut now. Yeah, in our area with a lot of cardinals. Much better. Shuts much nicer. Okay. Well, I hope you enjoy the rest of your evening and enjoy watching the doves, because they're starting to migrate pretty big right now with the cooler weather up in Canada. But you know, JG, I have not noticed a lot. We've had a lot of local waterfowl flying around, but we have not had a lot of birds flying. Haven't had a lot of doves either, especially with the farmers in the cornfields. But yeah, but hopefully they all start moving a little bit. That would be nice. I got my tools here. But yeah, it'd be nice to see them start moving. I know a lot of people have seen some of the early ducks for, like, what is it? Coot and teal. I've seen some people out hunting getting coot and teal, but I haven't had much luck with that. I don't really do a lot of waterfowl hunting. I stick to mostly deer, but yeah, I would love to see some ravens. I don't think we have ravens. We got a lot of crows around here, but I do my best to promote crows in our area, because the crows fight the hawks, and we have bald eagles. So I love the crows because they'll mess with the hawks and the bald eagles. So one of the things I also try to do is promote things that I'd like the crows to come in and kind of nest in. You know, they're like my extra aerial security force when the hawks and the other birds of prey start coming around. Yeah, I think that a lot of them are starting to sense it's time to move, especially with a lot of the cooler weather and everything going around. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, we only got the crows. They'll do their thing. Yeah, got everybody just kind of moseying around. Mm-hmm. Yeah, maybe I'm just not paying attention because we have our typical birds here. But yeah, I haven't noticed it just yet. I don't know about other people, but we have a couple of our neighbors got their concrete redone. And they're like, hey, do you want these concrete pads? Because before this all used to be mud. So I was like, yeah, sure. So they brought out all their skid loaders and tractors and toted out all these concrete blocks out here for me. So every night, one of my routines is I like to keep everything as clean and as sanitary as possible, considering I let the chickens and everybody free range and walk around and do their thing. And then I got this guy looking for mice. Our little mouse hunter. Yeah, it's a big deal for me because then when I come out here to go to work and I let all the animals out and they do their own thing, the last thing I want to do is step in some nicer shoes and I want to walk out here to this filth. So for me, it's a big deal. Plus, I use the camera or my phone. Give me a little more light. Clean everything off. I just hose her down because sometimes the solar lights I got, they turn on, they don't turn off. But, you know, nothing crazy. Got some cinder blocks from when we got the shed put in. I don't know. I haven't figured out how to utilize them. The company told me, hey, we're going to need a bunch of cinder blocks or something for you. Figure it out. And I'm like, okay. I don't know how you want me to handle that. But I think I ended up getting like 2 tons of bricks. And I was like, yep, they're not being returned. That was a pain in the butt to move them the first time because I did not get them delivered. And I thought they were going to use way more. Yes, Boomer is 100% my mouse hunting Dane. He is very determined. He has gotten several mice. He'll start digging, he'll start destroying their nests because as anyone knows that has animals, if you have feed, they don't get it all and they inherently will move in. So every once in a while I have to trap for the mice. Yeah, he's been digging around in there, so it's worked out well. I just try to keep everything all nice and tidy and clean. So when I come out here, I don't have to step in poop or any kind of animal waste. Let me rinse this bucket out. Okay, I think that'll do her. Our cats are indoors, but our house is sold, so we occasionally get mice inside. No, you know, if I wasn't allergic to cats, I would love to have cats. It's their dander. I love the animal. That's probably the only thing I wish I was slightly allergic to. Boomer, come on. Good boy. I do know that the neighborhood cats do come around here. I catch them on all the trail cams walking through our woods and stuff. And they definitely know where the mice are at. That's for sure. That is for sure. These are some of those tubs I was talking about. They're 50-gallon tubs. They're Rubbermaid tubs. Here. Genius, yeah. So right now I don't really utilize the tubs, but it is big enough for the geese to just kind of stand in and walk. And then I'll put like a cinder block or something in there so the ducks can jump out. I'll put like a cinder block on the outside and kind of make a little ramp they can waddle up. And then I'll put a block in there and then they can jump out and do what they want. So I'll end up using those tubs in the wintertime. I don't really show it much, but this is the goose house. I built this last fall. Anyone who's got animals knows cattle panel is the best. So I ended up building this goose house, completely overbuilt. I just wanted to see if I could do it, but I was pretty happy with it. Just put a big roof on it. You know, got a door. Put a door on it, put a window. Originally it wasn't over here. I had my neighbor come by with his skid loader and we moved it because we got the shed. So eventually we'll end up moving this because this is the old coop. This is the back side of the old coop. And I eventually want to tear things down. It's about a decade and a half old. So this is a nice goose house. And if I don't want to use it for anything, I always turn it into storage, you know. But it's overbuilt. But I think for the time I spent on it, building it, I'm proud of it. But come on, big guy. Oh, look at the fog. You can start to see the fog on the camera lens. Boom, boom, let's go. So, but we've commandeered some old, we got the tubs. This was when the kids were younger. This was an old deer blind so we could go in there and sit down together. And, you know, it was a good little fun project, but it's dilapidated. I put a Nice thick tarp on it for the roof. But it works out. We'll update things. I'm in no hurry. As long as people know, you know, when they get into this, that you don't need to get fancy. You can be within a budget and your animals can be happy. Got a lot of solar lights out here. They're pretty bright. These two in the end, they're from Walmart. If it works, absolutely. Got some 2 lights from Walmart. They're pretty bright. And then I ordered one of these big solar ones that are popular on TikTok Shop. I love this light. It's so bright. It lights, look how much it lights everything up. So when I'm out here working at night like this, I get some light. Other times I'd come out here and I was like, it's so dark. I'd be walking around with a flashlight. But these little solar lights, I think these ones on the corners, I think they were like 20, 30 bucks. So I bought 2 of them and put them on the corner. And then I ended up getting one of these big solar lights off a TikTok Shop. I've fallen in love with these lights. I really have. So if anybody's still watching, kind of showing my setup, and what my setup is may not work for you, but where my animals are, I loved this one. I loved this one because you could bolt it directly into wood. So I took some stainless steel bolts and I just ended up driving them through the wood. I ended up configuring it so I had 2 big blocks of wood so it'd be sturdy in case it got windy. And then right there, that's the charge on it. And then the back side is the panel. And then we have some, you know, looking from the other way. Maybe it's not as good. But I did that, and I'm definitely thinking about when it comes to the new one, we put a door on it and then a front porch so I could sit on it and then some windows for ventilation. But I'm thinking I want to get some of those like solar decorative lights where they're like they're strings with the bulbs, get some solar on it. And then just, this is 40 feet long. So I think that'd look real nice if I had those lights on here. I just love the solar lights because you're not out there for a long time, but you know, they're on for 30 seconds, a minute, whatever you decide to set them to. But look how bright it is now. You know, I've got all my panels on the south side and I've got all the lights right here. And so it works out well. Hey, this isn't bad. The previous owners built this. This is probably a 10 to 15-year-old coop. You know, it's made its way through here. So slowly I just kind of, like, I want to end up tearing off that paneling, put on some wood, some steel panels like this, make it all match. You know, little things, little projects, putts around, you know the drill. So nothing crazy, but I try to keep everything neat, organized. I try to make everything as efficient as possible. Like I got a hose, the water line's over there. I try to keep the buckets close. You know, eventually I want to end up splitting the water line so that we can just go turn a knob. You know, Julia, one of the things that I kind of get some inspiration from, and I know some people think this is crazy, but I really like that family, the Alaskan bush people, with that whole family, because sometimes that, and I love Homestead Rescue and watching Gold Rush, because sometimes they do things that on their farms make sense for me, and I could find it to be really efficient. And, you know, it really keeps having this many birds really easy and manageable because I start to do things based upon Homestead Rescue or watching Gold Rush or the Alaskan Outdoor, the Alaskan Bush people. And it's really made my life easy, like these hanging feeders, trying to get water lines in certain places so you don't have to walk around a lot, like just trying to be as efficient with my time. So it's just something to keep in mind as people expand their flocks and do different things. I'm always growing, I'm always learning. You know, that's what it's all about. And then, because I know one day it's going to end. So one day this is going to end, but I want to do as much as I can and have as much fun with this while we can to make this as efficient as possible. And then I got, of course, this pile of sand here because I had this vision that I was going to make the entire run sand. But as of right now, it's just a giant, essentially grit. Bought 15 tons of sand for $300, and now it's just this giant grit pile that the birds will go in there and scratch and do their thing. Are you still trying to find mice, big guy? Well, okay, everyone. I think I'm going to have to call it quits. I got to go inside, take care of the dog. You know, clean the eggs. So I appreciate everyone coming out, watching the animals. Thank you, Julie. I appreciate you. Thanks as always. I love the conversation. I love people who are passionate about this and learning, and that's what it's about, people helping people. Thank you, Julie. Have a great night. You guys enjoy. Adios. As always, Mother Cluckers, I hope you had a great day, and I hope you have a better tomorrow. It's always endless possibilities. You got this.